So you got your goal, your dream, your vision, whatever it is. The question then becomes, what are you going to do with it? There's no reason or there's no point in having a dream if you got no intentions of going for it and trying to make it a reality. Too many of us are too satisfied just with the dream and hoping that the rest will just fall into place. But there's some work that you got to do. There's something that you got to do to get it to happen. And there's some things that you got to pay attention to and look out for. One thing that you got to prepare for is everybody who you tell your dream won't always support your dream. The people that you talk to, the people that you may even be dreaming for, may not share the dream. They may not, everybody that's with you isn't dreaming with you. And like I said, the people who you share the dream with, the people who you may see with you as you chase the dream, may not end up being there at the end of it. They might wind up being some of the main people stopping you from seeing this dream come true and come to fruition. So you gotta watch out for that. Second thing that you gotta do, you gotta prepare yourself for some isolation. You gotta be ready to go through it and deal with it by yourself at some point. We all hope that we have some people on our side, some people on our team that mean it when they say that they're with you. That mean it when they say that they're gonna be with you to the end of it. They're gonna do whatever they can to help you see your dream come true. But we gotta realize that everybody else has their own lives as well. And you can't not move depending on somebody else to move for you. You can't not work depending on somebody else to work for you. You can't just not do depending on somebody else to do for you. So you gotta prepare to spend some time in isolation. And this time can sometimes be very difficult to deal with. Stuck in your thoughts, stuck in, your mind just overtaking you and making it seem like it's an impossible dream, making it seem like there's no way you're going to get there. Sometimes for some of us, isolation is one of the worst times, one of the worst things for us. Because being isolated, we just have time to think and stew over why certain things didn't go our way, why certain breaks didn't come our way, why everybody else seems to have it easier than us, why they've got thousands of people on their side and doing whatever they can to help them, and we're the only ones listening to our music, we're the only ones listening to our art, we're the only ones supporting our movement and things that we're trying to do. So you gotta prepare yourself for some isolation, because there are going to be some points in the journey that you end up walking by yourself. There are going to be some places, some valleys, even some mountains that you're going to have to climb all by yourself. Certain situations that nobody else is going to be there with you. But one thing that I've learned is you got to be prepared to work just as hard and do just as much when you're performing to an audience of one as you would if you were performing to an audience of 50,000. You gotta have just as much gusto, you gotta have just as much drive and determination when you're doing everything for and by yourself as you would if there were many people there helping you and cheering you on. You gotta have the same drive when you look in the mirror and only see yourself as you would when you're looking out into an audience and seeing nothing but familiar faces. You gotta prepare yourself for that isolation. Prepare yourself to deal with that isolation and still be okay when that isolation comes. The last thing you also gotta prepare yourself for is to go to some uncomfortable and unusual places. Your dream is gonna take you places that just living wouldn't take you. Your dream's gonna take you some places that you never thought you would have gone before. It's gonna take you some places that you never anticipated seeing yourself in. Some good, some bad. Some places you end up going, you'll love being there. Some places you end up going, you'll hate every minute of it. Some places you end up going, and you'll think that it's the conclusion of the journey, that you finally made it, only to end up having to go somewhere else. Some places you end up going, and you have no idea how you got there. And you'll end up staying there a lot longer than you would have by choice. But you gotta prepare yourself for some unusual places, because there are some twists and turns on the journey that you're not gonna anticipate. If you've never been there, you don't know everything it takes to get there. But some of the things that it takes to get there are very important. And they're not gonna feel good, they're not gonna look good. They're just as important. You might not want to be there. You just gotta do what you can to make sure you don't end there. And lastly, just have fun. Chasing a dream is supposed to be fun. You know? Chasing a dream, you're chasing this unknown. You're chasing something that you couldn't imagine before. But now you got it. Or now you're after it. You decide that you want to make it happen. Take your dream and turn it into your direction. Go for it. Chase it. Do whatever you gotta do to get there. Even if you gotta go by yourself. Even if some of the people who you tell about it, some of the people that you're dreaming with and dreaming of them joining you there, are willing to go with you. And even if you end up in some places that you don't like, some places that you didn't anticipate, enjoy the ride. And chase it as long as you can. And once you finally get the dream, chase something even further.